Hello everyone! Welcome back. Zargot here. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday, which, if everything goes as planned tonight, is the day you'll be watching this draft video. If not, it'll be Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday, whenever you tune in. Hope you're sitting at home, relaxing, watching some YouTube videos, maybe playing some Magic Online, or just, kicking back and, listening to, some rounds here. Either way, hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to be jumping into another Rivals of Ixalan draft. This particular video is actually only going to be 2 rounds. The reason for that is, right now I think it's around an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and 25 minutes. But with the third round, it actually puts it at like 2.5 hours. Myself and my opponent, we both went to time. I think I only had like 10 seconds left on the clock, and my opponent was definitely under a minute. That with all the sideboarding and just time, lost in between, turns. It adds about an hour and 5 minutes or so. And for me, that's just a bit too long. I don't know if that's how everyone else feels. Let me know in the comments if you like long videos. Maybe next time I have a long one, I'll upload it and not cut it down. But for me, it's kind of the sweet spot's like an hour and a half or hour and 20 minutes. That's keeps my attention. And it's something I can squeeze into my day where 2.5 hours is kind of a commitment. I could go watch the next Avengers movie in that amount of time. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. I hope you're all going to enjoy watching the picks. I think you will. These are very interesting. Hope you're going to enjoy watching the rounds. If you do, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's get started. Okay, everyone. So, what have we got in our first pack here? Well, there it is. There's the comma. That is just a gigantic dino. I think I'm probably going to take Sakama here. I want to see if we can play this card. I've played against this card quite a few times, and it definitely just wins the game. Pretty hard to cast. It's pretty late. But if you get into like a green-red or green-white dino ramp deck, it's easy to get that third color in there if you're playing green. The best card in this pack, though, if the Zakama wasn't there, it's probably just the Forerunner. I mean, the Forerunner is very, very strong. That takes control of a game pretty quickly, especially if you have Forerunner and a couple of Jungleborn Pioneers. Luminous Bonds is pretty good, but the other uncommons not so fantastic here. And as for the commons, Jungleborn, Luminous Bonds, Squires of Ocean's decent, Hardy Veteran's okay. But let's take the common and see if we can actually play with this card. And it may just be, we're not going to have the opportunity to, but it would be a lot of fun if we could. Whoa! Hold on. It's a common and a Polyraptor? I know Polyraptor is not fantastic, but if you do get the Forerunner, this is really good. There's also Thrashing Brontodon, which is just a fantastic green card. Hunt the Weak as well. Horncrest is fine. Another Squire's Devotion. Kitesail Corsair is pretty good. Maybe we just take the Polyraptor. Maybe we could just be a green big dinos deck. And if we have cards, like Shake the Foundation in our deck, Polyraptor's going to be really, really good. And if we actually get the Forerunner, this will be kind of fun to see if we ever get an opportunity to get that combo going. But yeah, we'll take Polyraptor here. Why not? And there's a Regisaur. Well, that does combo with the Polyraptor. And it's red and green, which is the colors I want it to be. And nothing else in the pack's really crazy to me here. I mean, there's another Squire's Devotion, so someone's going to get a couple of those. Armasaur, I wouldn't mind grabbing an Armasaur or the Dreadmaul, but let's take the Regisaur here. This is interesting. We definitely need to get some ramp cards. Knight of the Stampede is going to be kind of a premium card for this deck if we keep picking up big dinos. Any fixing will be well welcomed. New Horizons will be pretty good for this deck. It'll allow us to fix for our third color for Zakama. And what have we got here? Not too much for us. Pirate's Pillage, probably not going to be a thing. I'm just Goblin Trailblazer. That's a fine red card. It's a good 2-drop. It allows you to be aggressive. Maybe we could play kind of a more aggressive early game and then have a couple big bombs for late game. And we don't have to play this Zakama, so I'm pretty fine taking the Trailblazer here. Another Squire's Devotion. A lot of those going around these packs. And not a ton in this pack. We could take Raptor Companion. Yeah, this is kind of underwhelming for what we're looking at doing here. I mean, just not a super strong pack. I mean, Deadeye Righauler is probably the best card in the pack. I mean, it's got a lot of blue. But I really want to play these cards. I don't want to jump off the wagon just yet. Let's take Raptor Companion here. Let's see where this leads us. Yeah, seeing a lot of blue, a lot of white. Another rig hauler. Here's a Sky Marcher. And we could just take the Raptor. Or we could take the Sky Marcher too. I mean, it's still a 2-1 for 2. And this doesn't have to be in a vampire deck. And we've already got, you know, one good white card. Well, we already have one aggressive white card, let's put it that way. Maybe we could be white, red, and splash a couple green cards. Probably not Polyraptor at that point, but I think Sakama's a fine splash. And I think it's better than the Raptor here. Let's just take Sakama, or Sky Marcher. Probably just go ahead and sort these out here. There we go. And now we've got a Sentry or a Sun-Colored Raptor. Sunform Sentry is kind of an interesting card. You know, you can play it early to have blockers, and then if you get the Ascend going on, this is just a good 3-power creature. Probably not. Well, I don't know. Sea-Red might be a viable option for us too here. We already have some pretty aggressive early drops. It's also Shake the Foundation, which would combo with Polyraptor. And I think Shake the Foundation is actually just a good card. Yeah, maybe we'll take Shake here. This is an uncommon. I think it's going to be easy to pick up Snowboard Sentry and Sun-Colored Raptor. I really don't care about Sun-Colored Raptor, so let's take Shake. Add your picks. There we go. Lots and lots of blue. Although Cut Purse I'm not too interested in. Secrets is easy to pick up. Let's take a Swaggering Corsair here. I'm already looking to be kind of aggressive. Maybe white-red aggressive. It's a Death Spitter. Death Spitter's pretty decent, although we still don't know if we're going to be white or green for our base color. I kind of like the Regisaur, so maybe we'll just take the Death Spitter here, since I feel like red's going to be the thing. Another Shake the Foundations. Probably don't need 2 of those. Maybe just take the Stampeding Horncrest. You know, got a couple dinos, and this is just a good card. I like to have at least one. And here's a Sun Sentinel. It's a fine 2-drop. Or we can take the Armasaur. Maybe we're going to be Boros. And not play the Polyraptor or the Regisaur. Well, either pick still doesn't commit us. I mean, I'm going to take the Sun Sentinel, but it doesn't mean we're definitely going one way or the other. Pirate's Pillage, probably not going to play that. Buccaneer's Bravado. We have 1 pirate, 2 pirates. And then we'll take it. I don't really need a Jade Bear. There's that Raptor that I don't care about. So, ooh, okay. Well, here's a big old Trapjaw Tyrant. So red-white's looking a little bit better. It's also the Seer. If we wanted to go green-white, which probably... We have a lot more red, so I'm more inclined just to be red. Thunderherd Migration, if we wanted something to help us splash. Here's a Knight of the Stampede, which we didn't see in the first pack, which leads me to believe we might not see one in this pack. But I do like some of our early white cards. And we could we could still splash the Regisaur and Sakama. So let's take the Tyrant. I think this is a pretty decent card here. I mean, it's a 5/5 for 5, and you know, it gets to exile. Typically, it's to exile at least 1 creature, maybe more, especially since we have if we could play the Regisaur and the Shake the Foundations. Okay, there's a Seer. Maybe we can do this 3-color thing. If we can pick up a couple Evolving Wilds, I'm gonna grab the Seer here. I mean, Babards also in the deck are right here in the pack. That's probably the safer pick. But let's take this Seer. Let's see if we can go crazy here. See if we can have some fun. Strength of the pack, probably not for us. It's a Firebrand, Divine Verdict, Suncrested Pterodon, Frillback. So the cards we don't have to play. We don't have to play the Sky Marcher. We don't have to play the Sun Sentinel. I mean, we're light on 2-drops. So it's making us green cards kind of hard to want to play here. So maybe we don't take any early green cards. And instead, maybe we just take like the Suncrested Pterodon. Or we could take Divine Verdict since we don't have really any removal yet. That might be better. We don't have really any removal. We need at least something on the deck. And here's another Regisaur. Wow. Yeah, probably just going to take the Regisaur because I don't want to take any earlier green drops. And if we're going to splash green in the deck, it's already going to be hard enough here. Man, I want to take the Regisaur. Wish we could get something, a dual land that's actually relevant for us. Traveler's Amulet. Not a fantastic card. Probably better to take the Sun Sentinel, but I'm going to grab the Amulet. see if we make this deck a little more playable. Wow, herd color. Maybe we're red-green. We're just hurting on the early drops here. Herd color or Raptor Companion. I'm going to take the herd color here. We're definitely hurting for the early drops. Maybe we snag this Hardy Veteran. A lot of these sea reds in this draft. The Bravado. Another Sentry. We got a lot of red, decent amount of white. I mean, we're pretty split here. We need some more splash cards. We need some more cards with less splash here. We're not going to play this Bravado. We'll take the Sentry. Wow, look at this. 2 Seers or the Migration. I'm going to take the Seer here. I mean, this is crazy. Frillback, Brass Bounty. Does Brass's Bounty do anything? I mean, it definitely lets you splash. Lets you splash easier. It is a 7-drop. But it'll let you get all your fixing colors. I mean, is it worth taking? Probably not. We got enough high drops. Let's take the Frillback. Come here. And not much here. I guess we can take another Frillback. Still need some 2s. Need to figure out what our colors are here. Kind of waffling a little bit. We're just so split. I would love a couple of New Horizons or a couple of Evolving Wilds, but I like the, I don't know. A couple points we could have taken Evolving Wilds, but I kind of like the creatures better. We have the making of a couple different decks here. Let's see here. Yeah, we're pretty evenly split. It's another Frillback. Probably not going to play 3 of those at any point. Maybe Enter the Unknown. Maybe. Kind of a ramp card. Probably not for us though, but I'm not going to play 3 Frillbacks. There's too many good 2-drops in the format that this guy kind of gets punished. The Crowns can be removal. It can allow you to be an aggressive attacker or, you know, as a piece of removal. Too bad this does not tap for any color. Okay. Yeah, we need to see some fixing, or we're going to have to make some hard cuts here. Sunwing. That's a fantastic 3-drop. What else have we got in here? Whiptail's good. So, Sunwing or Whiptail. I don't know. I love Whiptail. It's just such a good creature. Or excuse me, Sunwing. Whiptail's very good too. Don't get me wrong, but I really like the Sunwing. So it fits the theme, and it's a good flyer, and it punishes your opponent. We are just seeing every crazy dino here. I'm telling you, this is. Oh man, Walk the Plank, Skullduggery. A lot of good black cards here too. I'm not going to pass the Avatar. What are we doing with this deck? We didn't get any nice of the Stampede. Maybe we got too greedy with all of our creature picks. This is going to be kind of a hard deck to play. Probably not going to play the Sky Marcher. Probably not going to play the Snubhorn Sentry. This is just terrible for our 2-drops. Our 3s aren't horrific. Shores, maybe the Dryad. No, we got a lot of 3s. I think we just need to take the Firebrand here. I don't care about Thrasher Raptors. This card is a lot less interesting in Rivals of Ixalan. So let's go ahead and take the Phantom Fleet. It's a good 2-drop. Maybe if we can get enough white-red early cards, we can take out these Frillbacks and just do splash for the green. Have a little less green to play it later. Probably gonna have to cut the herd color if that's the case. Probably the Polyraptor as well. But we have Trapdoll Tyrant, Burning Sun's Avatar, and then Zakama for just kind of a late, just a big bomb to get to. I mean, Zakama's pretty hard to beat. If you cast this card, I mean, you immediately get to start zapping creatures, especially if red's going to be one of our prime board. A lot of good black in this. We can take Slash of Talons, but maybe just take the Raptor Companion here. just to make sure we have at least 5 2-drops, because we're probably going to have to cut this Hardy Veteran. I don't think that's going to be a thing. If we take the Raptor Companion, though, we're going to have more early 2-drops. Glorifier is good. Ooh, Hammer Skull is good. And there's New Horizons. So, let's see, we can cut... So if we cut the Frillbacks, that makes our green... We have less of a drag on green. And if we took the Hammer Skull, the Seer is a splash card, along with Regisar. Then we would probably have to cut the Herd Color and the Raptor. I just can't pass this Hammer Skull over New Horizons. I think this is just too good. Here, Fire Cannon Blast. Probably going to grab this. Piece of removal, and we do need some removal here. All we have so far is Divine Verdict. And then you have cards like Shake the Foundation, so that's going to be a good card for us. That's a Colossal Dreadmaw. I don't think that's going to be able to be a thing. Just because our early drops are a lot. We have a lot of early white drops. But with that said, I mean, what else are we playing here? Take Demolish. Let's take the Dreadmaw. Munitions, Frenzy Raptor. Raptor could be a thing. Blossoming Dryad, that's not going to happen. Not going to do anything with makeshift munitions. I guess we'll take the Raptor. We have enough big drops. I don't want like a Spike Tail Ceratops. This might be in the deck here though. Nest Robber, it's an OK 2-drop. Not fantastic, but it is decent. Bishop Soldier. It's kind of an upgrade for a 2-drop. And I suppose we take Ryle, because again, I really don't care about Thrasher Raptors here. Although we don't have a lot of 4s. We've got a lot of creatures, but not a lot of 4s and 5s, which maybe is good. We're kind of a fast deck here. Yeah, we'll take the Ryle. I don't want to play Thrasher Raptors. And there's a Spike Tail. We'll take one of those. Okay. Okay, Swashbuckling's fine. Alright, so... I feel like my greed kind of punished me here with this deck. So what have we got for green creatures? So, okay, so if we went green, white, I don't think that's possible. Well, alright, hold on. Let's take a look here. Here's our red 3-drops. And then we got our 2-drops here. Alright, come here, you. Then we got our 2... Driver's Amulet, stay. Then we got our 2-drops. If we put on our green 2-drops, we have one Hardy Veteran. And then we have Frillback, Frillback. Green, white, and then we can splash the Regisar off the Seers, the Traveler's Amulet, one Mountain. We wouldn't be able to play the Burning Sun's Avatar, though. And the Horncrest, I guess we still would play the Horncrest. Then we would put in the Dreadmaw. We also could put in the Snubhorn Sentry. Let's see here. But if we don't play that, I mean, this lets us ramp into like Polyraptor and Zakama. Polyraptor is kind of well, we do have 2 Raging Regisars though, so I'm not going to say Polyraptor is underwhelming here. Probably would cut the Stampeding Horncrest and just put in a Ceratops. You know, the Ceratops is not as good, but I don't want a big drag on red. I wouldn't miss the Nest Robber. Trailblazer is good in an aggressive deck. So's the Firebrand. So there are 2 premium 2-drops. Then we got a good piece of removal here. Fire Cannon Blast. Corsair can take it or leave it. Shake the Foundations is decent for our deck. Raptor and Death Spitter again can take it or leave it. And Avatar is good. So we can play it this way, and we're splashing the Regisar. Actually, we need to add 2 cards to this deck. What would we want to add here? No more red. But for removal, all we have is Divine Verdict. That's kind of the problem here. Our 2-drops are medium aggressive. I guess we could put in the... Actually, we could put... So Kai Merchant, this is a fine 2-drop. No, it's still a 2-power creature. Oh, excuse me, it's a fine 1-drop. It's a 2-power creature, so we still need 1 more card. Maybe we play Ryle. because it does kind of work with Trapjaw and Polyraptor. Allows us to, get the Ixalan creature here. Stake the Foundations does the same thing. So if we ran this, our 2s are average, our 3s are pretty average. I mean, Hammerskull, Sunwing, and the Seers are good, and we can get back cards like Dreadmaw, Trapjaw Tyrant, Zakama, if we ever get to the point where you cast that card and it gets killed. And then our red's a lot lighter. If we instead take out the green, let's take out the green here. The problem with taking out the green is the Seers don't make a lot of sense. They just don't. Take out the green, and then we would add in this. Probably Corsair. These guys, this, and this, and that. Right? Is that 23? Let's just set these up here. It's 24, so we have to take one card out. The only problem with this is that a Seers is a 3, and it's a lot harder to splash. But not impossible. And that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4 4-drops outside of this here. So we kind of need a green source, and that cuts us off our 4-drops. So our 3-drops were cut down to, consistently. Our 4-drops were cut down to nothing. We have no 4-drops. So maybe the green's just better. We lose the Avatar, though. Does that matter? What do we gain? We gain Herd Collar, which is fantastic. Dreadmaw, which is just a good beater. And then more consistency. Yeah, I think this might be wrong, and you guys might beat me up for this, but I think we're going to do the green version of this deck. The green-white version. What else do we have cut out of here? What are we missing? Ryle. Do we have Ryle in this deck? Yeah, I did have it in here originally, didn't I? Maybe that's just terrible. I mean, if you're going to play Ryle, maybe you're better off just splashing Shake the Foundations. Although Ryle does draw your card. So does Shake, though. Shake kills Sky Marcher, Raptor Companion. But you don't have to play it. It's not something you're forced into playing. I mean, in the red deck, it also kills Trailblazer, Nest Robber, Raptor Companion, Sky Marcher. So, I guess the question is, do we want to play the Relic here? It is a little bit of ramp. It is a little bit of life gain, which is actually pretty relevant. There's definitely been some games I've played with the Relic where this was just pretty relevant, our opponent being able to gain some life. I'm pretty light on removal, but again, I like Tyrant here. The 3-drop. So green, white, splash, red. I think this is pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, with the Traveler's Amulet and 2 Seers, we're going to be able to cast our red cards pretty easily. It's a shame we're not going to be able to play the Avatar. But I think this is going to be the deck. And we've got a pretty decent curve here. Alright, let's add some land. What's Magic say we should do? 4? That's not going to be a thing. Maybe 2. We definitely want 8 white sources, because we have a lot of early white cards. 7 green. So that gives us 9 white with the Traveler's Amulet. 8 green sources and 3 red sources for our 4 red spells. Then we have the 2 Seers. 5 red sources, excuse me, with the 2 Seers. Okay. Let me know if you would have done this deck a little bit differently. I think this is what I'm going to run, though, just because I mean, our red cards are good. The Fire Cannon Blast is what I'm missing from this deck, and then obviously the Burning Sun Avatar. But I think that cards like Herd Collar and Dreadmaw and Polyraptor are going to be able to do a little bit more in this deck, since we have like Regisaur, Shake the Foundations, and being able to consistently cast Seer and ramp into our 5s and 6s. I think that's probably going to be better. Plus, that we can get back if we can get back a Herd Collar or Dreadmaw or Tyrant here, I think that's going to be pretty decent for us. So if you would have done something different with the deck, let me know in the comments. But this is going to be your deck. Let's go ahead and save, and we'll see everyone in round number 1. and we'll see everyone in round number 1. Alright everyone, welcome to round number 1 here. We're going to be on the play, which is good for our deck since we have some pretty aggressive creatures here. So yes, please and thank you. And kind of what I feared with this deck here. We have a 2-drop. We're going to draw a couple cards, but you know we have our big creature here. We have none of the colors for our Regisar. We got a big green 5-drop. Maybe we go ahead and mulligan this. We have 1 castable card in hand. I think we probably should mulligan, but I guess we'll keep it. Let's keep this here, see if we can draw our way out of it. I hate mulliganing when we're playing 3 colors. I feel like you have probably the same odds. Or excuse me, you have worse odds, because then you're only drawing 6 cards. It's going to be harder for you to get 2 of your colors at that point. Probably going to get punished for my greedy keep again here. I tend to do this, but hey, alright. You know what? That's fine. We still don't have our green source. We got our red source. I'd love to see a forest in the next 2 turns. That would be good for us. So I'm going to play the Regisar. Shake the Foundation. We'll see if that's going to be any good here. We've already played our Raptor Companion, so it's not fantastic for us. And our opponent didn't fetch into turn. Oh, they're probably just waiting. They must not have an early play, and they're just waiting to see what color land they drew, I guess. So blue-red. Okay, interesting. Bishop Soldier. That's actually not a bad draw there. I mean, we're drawing stuff to do. Get in a couple points here. Play a Soldier out. Decent aggressive start. Get a couple life points off the Soldier here. Might turn the tide a little bit. What's our opponent going to play now? Lookout. See if they whiff. If they end up with a 2-1 or a 1-2, that's going to be great. And they did. Alright, they got an island out of it. Maybe we shouldn't have played that first, but that's okay. So we could just send the Raptor Companion, or excuse me, we could just send the Bishop Soldier. And just keep our Raptor Companion around. And we definitely send in the Soldier here. Actually, we have to Shake the Foundations in our hand. We may need to cycle that at some point just to hit some more land drops. So I'm going to send the Raptor Companion. If they want to trade, that's fine. And hopefully we don't get water knotted here. They must have a Sailor of Means in hand. That's what I would assume. Because if I had a Sailor of Means in hand, I wouldn't block the Raptor Companion there. Whoa, okay, so black, blue, splash red. Is that what we're playing against here? So we're looking for all the removal and control spells now. But I think our hand's pretty good. So, you know, if the game goes on for a while, we have Zakama, which can definitely just turn the tide right away. And we're not going to be cheating it into play unless we draw a couple of our Seers. So we'll get to untap and use 3 abilities off of it. Okay. Oh, okay, Deadeye Rig Color. We're going to bounce our Regisar. And then we're going to end up trading Raptor Companion for it, I assume. Ooh, Marauding Looter. That's a thing. Kind of shuts down our Regisar here. I'm going to get to loot. I'm going to discard that island. This is where we're going to get kind of, yeah, they discard their island. So this is where it would be good to have the removal spells. So maybe we just attack with the Regisar if they want to trade. They're going to take 7, and then we can play Herd Caller. Excuse me, they're going to take 5. They're going to go to 7, and then we can play Herd Caller, and we'll still have quite a bit of pressure on the board. And actually, we can just do the 1 damage from the Regisar directly to them. Or we can just send Raptor Companion and Bishop Soldier. If we send the Raptor Companion here, we can. They're not going to trade. They're going to take 3, go to 9, and then we play the Herd Caller. And Herd Caller is going to allow us the following turn. I mean, really the same kind of advantage. The only difference is we'll have Looter off the board, and they won't be able to loot anymore. Yeah, maybe we just go ahead and swing here. I think we probably do, just to say aggressive. Go ahead and get, that's right, we get 1 extra point at our opponent's face there. When they're contemplating blocking the bishop soldier. This is another shake the foundation situation where it's not as good, because if they block the bishop soldier, we could use shake the foundations to kill their marauding looter. There you go. So let's, yeah, but then it kills our raptor companion, and we can't play herd caller, so we're not going to do that anyway. Okay, and now we just go ahead and play herd caller and send it back. Actually, we're doing pretty decent here considering extremely greedy hand. And now shake the foundations is still just as bad in our hand as it was before, since it kills our raptor companion. But I like shake the foundation against vampire decks. Against black, blue, red, it doesn't do a ton, but against black, white, it does do a lot. There's a lot of 1 toughness creatures, especially if they're making tokens. Against green, you know, it gets a lot of, or excuse me, green, blue, it gets a lot of little merfolk tokens, or the 2/1s, the 1/1s. And a lot of times it just helps you trade your 2-drop for a 3-drop, or a 4-drop in some cases. Attack for 1, they're going to loot, see if they can get to an answer, probably kill the Regisar. But unless they play something with 4 toughness, we're going to be able to get through or trade with their creatures here and still present lethal, so they need to play a couple of creatures here. Actually, 1 creature is all they really need to play, since the looter can block. Actually, that's not true, because we're going to be able to do the 1 additional damage with the Regisar, since they haven't played a kill spell yet. What are they looting away? Another land? Yeah, so we swing, and our guys do have trample, so the looter's not a fantastic blocker for them. So they'll probably block, take 3, 1 for the Regisar, so they are dead on board right now, but they got a lot of mana open, they're playing blue, they got a lot of cards in hand, so one has to assume they have, you know, a kill. And again, shake the foundation, we can kill the looter, but, you know, that doesn't do a ton for us. I suppose if they block the Raptor Companion, not with the looter, if the looter's blocking a trample creature, we could get 1 additional point through, possibly, by playing Shake the Foundation. Or 2 additional points, excuse me. And they're going to go ahead and kill the Herd Caller, and now I guess they're just dead on board. Oh, no, we lost trample for our Regisar. That's true. But they're still going to take 3 no matter what, 4, so that's kind of it. Yeah, if they would have been able to kill the Regisar, we would have swung, they would have blocked a trample creature. Raptor Companion, they've taken 3, they've been at 1. But we could have played Check the Foundations in response. It would have cut our companion, the looter, done 1 damage to their marauding looter, and they would have taken the 1 additional trample damage. So, and yeah, that's gonna be it for our opponent. I don't think we have to show them anything here. We just swing, and we can go ahead and kill them. The Shipwreck Looter, actually. I mean, we don't even have to do the 1 damage to them since all their mana's tapped out. We don't have to worry about any tricks here. And then they're just going to take lethal here. That'll be game 1. So blue-red, we saw Vanquish the Weak. Still not sure which is the splash. Blue is definitely going to be the dominant color, I would assume, since they discarded Soul the Rapids. It's a double casting cost creature. But what's the splash? I don't know. A lot of times I see blue, black, you know, when they splash a couple of good red cards. Marauding Looter is definitely worth splashing. But so is Vanquish the Weak. What do we not want against this opponent? Hardy Veterans, fine. Our 2s are fine, you know. They didn't play a ton earlier. They probably were just kind of stuck with some of their mid to late game cards, and we were just a little too aggressive out of the gate. We didn't show them Shake the Foundation, so that's good. Do we want Ryle? Probably not. I don't think there's anything we really need to take out. You can cut out like a Polyraptor or something and put in something a little bit cheaper, or a piece of ramp. But no, I think this deck is fine. I think it's fine just the way it is. Plus, we didn't see a huge amount from our opponent. I mean, we do have Blinding Fog if someone's playing just massive amounts of removal. You know, it's kind of a double sword here. You know, you can keep creatures from trading in combat, and, you know, prevent a removal spell, but yeah, we'll just send this back the way it is. We don't need to make any changes right now. See if we can get a good starting hand here. And we got all of our green cards, or all of our green mana this game, but we do have Traveler's Amulet, but we don't have a red source. Our opponent mulliganed to 6. And we're on the draw. Maybe we go ahead and keep this. We have Traveler's Amulet. I mean, we'll be turn behind, but it is fixing. We have a Regisar here. So I guess we can probably keep this, or maybe we just go ahead and mulligan. Now let's go ahead and mulligan this. Our opponent mulliganed, and we can't cast anything in our hand right now. So if we go turn 1, Traveler's Amulet, turn 2, pop the Amulet, get a land, turn 3, we're playing Raptor's Companion. That does seem kind of bad. Let's go ahead and mulligan this hand. Slower, but I'm going to keep it. We got all our colors. So that takes the strain off. We can cast everything in our deck now, so we'll go ahead and keep this. Our opponent's mulliganing to 4 cards, or to 5. Okay, just they're going to stay on 5. Alright. And this is definitely going to go to the bottom. We do not need any more mountains. And where do they put their card? On top. Okay, so they got something they want to play there. Traveler's Amulet? Nothing. Okay. Well, we're going to do Amulet right out of the gate here. Frill back. Okay, that's fine. Probably just going to get a green source. Yeah, because we have some double green spells. Herd Caller. If we don't draw a 2-drop, we'll just crack the Amulet, pass it, and then we'll have Frill back up, which is not fantastic, but it does get through Sailor Means. Okay, so... Yep, that's going to be it for here. We got a lot of our green and white sources, so I guess we don't really need 2 red sources, do we? Guess we could get 1. Yeah, there's Sailor Means. So we'll probably go ahead and just crack the Amulet. And what do we want to get here? I guess we could get the other red source just in case we draw Sakama. Why not? Okay, and there's the Sailor Means, which is what I figured was coming, the way our opponent's deck is kind of laid out. You need a couple of these, let you play blue X all day long, which I like. I like it a lot. I like playing it myself. You know, I don't want to play against it because you never know what they splash. But and here, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and play the frill back, and then into Raging Regisar, and then Bishop Soldier is not going to be an all-star because we couldn't play it on turn 2, but it still is a 2/2 lifelink. Sometimes it gets those extra couple points of life you need, so we're fine with that. And our opponent doesn't have 7 cards in hand, so I don't feel as afraid of their deck. Oh, Moment of Craving. That's a pain. That's really good for our opponent there. That gets our creature off the board. That gives them some extra life points. We're going to take 1 damage. Not a big deal, but... Okay. Good thing about, I guess, Frillback and Raging Regisar cards like this is they're not going to be able to vanquish the weak them. So, I mean, it is susceptible to Moment of Craving. But Moment of Craving usually gets most creatures eventually. Oh, good. Regisar will be able to get rid of this Looter and get through Sailor Means. Alright, let us have our turn here. What are they discarding? Land, I assume? Or do they actually have all spells right now? Fathom Fleet Border? Must have kept a piece of removal. Ceratops? That's fine. Raging Regisar into Ceratops. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. Unless they have Impale. If they have Vanquish the Weak, we're looking fine. If they have Water Knot, unless they draw a blue source, that doesn't matter. Hopefully they have Vanquish in their hand, because we don't have any targets for that other than Bishop Soldier, and we're not playing that anytime soon. We're going to take this just in case they have another Moment of Craving. They may just be looking to bounce our creature, and just kind of tricking us here, making us think they have Moment. They may just rig Holler here. Marauding Looter. Yeah, that's a thing. Kind of getting shut down again in terms of being able to get this Regisar in. But if we attack, we can kill the Looter, and it'll trade with the... we can kill both Looters, actually. What's our opponent getting rid of here? See what we draw before we make any decisions. We don't have really... Only thing we have for removal is Divine Verdict. Contract Killing. What do they got in their hand? Huh. So... I mean, I do kind of like just attacking here, getting their... If they want to trade and get their looter off the board, I think that's probably fine right now. We can still drop a 4-drop. I mean, this is going to get rid of 2 creatures. Yeah, I like taking them off their loot because they're going to be able to continue to craft their hand. Every land they draw, they're going to be able to ditch it and just draw another card. I'm going to go ahead and trade here. It's probably the right move for them too. I mean, even though the looter's going to be pretty good. Okay, now I'll probably just play the Ceratops again because this is Vanquish the Weak proof and it gets through Sailor Remains. Its defensive ability doesn't really matter this game. Our opponent isn't super offensive. They probably have some flyers in the deck or a big dino lurking somewhere. Deadeye Brawler. Nah, that's a thing. It does have Death Touch. Probably going to have to trade with that, unfortunately. These Raptor Companions. We need one of our big dinos. Yeah, I mean... That's all we can really do here. Send in the Ceratops, get the Brawler off the board. Just so when we draw something like Colossal Dreadmaw, well, they took it. Well, maybe we just go ahead and play Bishop Soldier here. We'll play Bishop Soldier and a Raptor Companion. So we have double. We can double block the Brawler if they want to send it in. I guess we could have kept a green or white source up to feign Slash of Talons or something of that nature. I wonder if they still have that Moment of Craving in their hand. No, I don't have a problem with taking 3 damage here, actually. If they bounce one of our guys with the Deadeye Rig Hauler, we're going to send everything in. Interesting. Okay, we're going to attack first, see what our opponent has. They don't have enough to get a sim with this creature, so I'm not worried about them drawing any cards. They just have Crashing Tide. No, they can't play Crashing Tide. Interesting. Alright, we'll play the Seer. And then another Raptor Companion, maybe? Now, what if they have Golden Demise? I'm going to hold back 1 Raptor Companion just so we have something to live through this here. And this guy, we can get back Raging Regisaur with this right away if we wanted to. We can do that anytime. Attack with it next turn and then we can just sack it to get back. I'm going to hold the Raptor Companion. Yeah, they might not have played Golden Demise just yet, if they had it. Because they wouldn't have been able to attack there. Alright, what have they got? They're going to Vanquish the Seer? Vanquish the Bishop Soldier? Okay, that's fine. So they did have a Vanquish the Weak in hand. It's probably one of the cards they've had since the beginning. And what have they got here? Something big? Prosperous Pirates? Okay. That's a thing. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the Brawler is online. So they can swing, they can draw a card. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we can block with the Seer and get back the Raging Regisaur, which is going to be better for us anyway, and keep them off a card draw this turn. Yeah, and we're not going to be attacking with the Seer. We got plenty of mana. We haven't drawn any of our big drops. So I think we'll go ahead and block. And then just go ahead and get... Where's our revealed cards? Here we go. Get back the Regisaur. Yeah, it's probably what we wanted to get anyway, and this keeps them off a card draw this turn. Okay, wow. Okay, that's a lot of Regisaurs. Let's see here. So, we can only attack with the Ceratops. And we'll play another Raptor Companion here. And if they want to attack with a Brawler, we'll double block it. Since they're going to have to top deck, you know, a piece of removal in order to be able to interact. Yep. So double block there. That's fine. We'll get this guy off the board. We got plenty of 4/4s in our hand. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're going to be able to start getting through that Sailor Amines pretty soon. We could have held back the Spike-tailed Ceratops, but I feel like if we had held this back and played Regisaur, our opponent's probably going to hold back the Brawler, and it's going to be the same situation where we're just attacking in and trading. Yeah. So, I mean, we could swing with the Regisaur. And both Raptor Companions, we could do 1 damage to Sailor Amines. That way if they block one of the Raptor Companions, they're going to... It'll have to trade, and they'll take 3, and then they'll block our Regisaur with the Brawler. And those will trade. Then we play our second Regisaur. Or we can do 1 damage to the Brawler on the off chance that they're looking to block the Raptor Companion. Their best move probably would be block both Raptor Companions take the 4. I mean, we could just play the other Regisaur past the turn and then swing, do 1 damage to both. That way, no matter what they block, they're gonna lose both their creatures. Maybe that's what we do. We take a turn off here. Or we could just swing with only the Regisaur, do the 1 damage to them if they want to trade. That's probably the better play. Because the goal is to get this Brawler off the board right now before it gets to do anything else. I'm just going to do the damage to them. And they might just take 4 here because the Brawler's going to be... Well, the Brawler's probably not going to be any better to them right now than the Regisaur. And they don't know we have the second one. Do they want to go to 4? Okay. Now, do they have anything to shrink our guy? Excellent. I'll play our second Regisaur here. And let's see if we can wrap this game up this turn. Because we can attack, do 1 damage to Sailor Amines. Even if they play a couple blockers here, and then the Raptor Companions can trade. Okay, well that makes it a little trickier. Since we have just the Raptor Companions here. But I mean, our opponent's life total is pretty low. You know, the Regisaur is going to be able to take one of these guys out. Let's see what we draw here. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we could sit back this turn, but I think our best bet is just to go ahead and attack with everything. I mean, they're either going to block both Raptor Companions, take 4, take 5. Yeah, because we're going to do 1 to them. Yeah, I think we do the 1 to them. And they'll either double block the Regisaur or block both Raptor Companions. I feel like they're going to double block the Regisaur, so we'll go ahead and do 1 to them. That'll put them at 1. Yeah, because that gives them the best potential blocks. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see what our opponent has. They have 1 card in hand, plenty of treasure tokens. They could always do something else here, but I think this is what we're going to do. I think they're going to want to get this Regisaur off the board. Or maybe they want to double block both Raptor Companions, and then they can just chump the Regisaur a couple turns here. Okay, yeah, they're going to double block the Regisaur. Perfect. So we can get the Prosperous Pirates off the board now. And they're just going to have the Sailor Amines here, and... shoot. Okay, that's a shame. We didn't resort the blockers there, so... Okay, well, let's just go ahead and play our land here, because we do still have Zakama on the deck. That way we could actually play it next turn. So not a great situation for us if they draw a blocker. If they don't draw a blocker, fantastic. We'll go ahead and swing for the win. But if they do draw some kind of blocker, especially if it's, 4 toughness, it's going to be a little harder. Or if they contract killing our Raptor Companion. We're still in the same situation, I guess, regardless of whether it's Sailor Means or Prosperous Pirates, because we just need to get 1 point of damage through. Hardy Veteran, okay. That's going to be fine. Again, now we're just in a situation where if our opponent doesn't draw a removal or a blocker, we're going to get this game. Doesn't feel great to have our opponent at 1 life, however. When we should be facing down a Sailor Means, we don't want them to recover from this, but I think it's going to be okay. We've got a lot of action in our deck. Plenty of removal spells that can take out the Prosperous Pirates. Plenty of big dinos that can really turn this game around. Or just another 2-drop and then them not hitting a 2-drop. Okay, so they hit a land for their draw. So let's see if they got a piece of removal. Ooh! Well, Sunwing's going to do it if this attack doesn't do it right here. Whatever they play is going to come into play tapped. And... okay, perfect. We got it. Okay, well, looks like our opponent didn't have the answer there, and despite, not ordering the blockers correctly, and we killed the Sailor Means instead of Prosperous Pirates, we weren't punished for that. I don't think it was too likely we were going to be punished for that anyway, just because the Pirates, it's a 3-4, but we're so far ahead in life. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for our opponent to come back unless they have a lot of card draw. But anyway, that's going to be it for our match here. We'll see everyone back in the next game. Okay, everyone, looks like we're going to be on the play here. And we've got definite mulligan here. Okay, let's go ahead and send this back so we can go. This is fine. We've got a 3-drop. We got Dreadmaul for late game. We got our 2 main colors. So I think this is a fine keep. Triple Tire. I think we'll leave this on top actually, because having this on turn 5 is going to be pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll leave that on top there. I like the Sunwing too. It kind of slows your opponent down if they have haste creatures. Oh, okay. I thought our opponent accidentally F6 to their turn. Oh boy. Here we go. So here's another league where we end up round 3 against the Merfolk deck here. So we'll see how this goes. This might not be great. This is probably going to be a really, really bad matchup for us because we have really 0 ways to interact with the Mist Cloak Herald. So if they get that out there and they put a 1/1 counter on it, that's just going to be probably too fast of a clock for us to deal with. Although they didn't play anything else. They only have 1 land, so I don't know. Maybe this Frillback's going to be too much for them to deal with. And then we can go Sunwing next turn. I wonder why our opponent kept a 1-lander. They must have a really good hand, and they just need that second land drop to make this go crazy. I could see if you have a couple Deep-Root Warriors, maybe if you have a couple Vine Shifters, or Vine Shapers, excuse me. But, if they don't play anything else here, probably going to be able to do a lot of damage with the Frillback. Okay. Do they have a land? Nope. That's a shame. Okay. So, go ahead and get in for a 4. Probably just play the Sunwing just to maximize what we're doing with our mana. Plus, that also takes them off any blockers they do draw, so we'll be able to get an extra 4 in the following turn. We'll take an easy game since Merfolk's definitely the hardest deck for us to compete against, playing a slower Dino deck. Okay, and play our land. If we draw planes here, it's going to be pretty good. Black-blue, interesting. Are they a Merfolk deck? Or do they just have a bunch of the enchantments to put on their creatures here? Okay. Well, now I'm interested. Let's see what our opponent has for us. Luckily, again, Sunwing's going to do a lot of work. Even if they start dropping 2-drops here, we're going to be able to get in for a bunch of damage. Alright, now. Okay, well, we didn't draw a land. I think we're still looking fine here. They might have Moment of Craving, which is going to put them right back in this game. Yeah. This is such a beating. Completely undoes everything we've done. You know, with the throwback. Well, not everything, but it's just such a beating. This is basically Moment of Craving is 6 life, killed a creature. So now if they hit a couple consecutive land drops, they can get back in this game pretty easy. And they are, I mean, honestly, we're only a point of damage ahead of them right now. Considering they've missed, what, 3, 4 land drops at this point? That's pretty good. Pretty good against us. It's not going to do too much with what we have on the board right now. Okay. Sunset. Well, we're getting lots of little creatures we can just start sending in, so that's the thing. Not the most exciting game we're playing here, unfortunately. Okay. See what our opponent has. I'm going to go ahead and assume the Dinosaur Hunter is going to sit back. We had a good start, but it's not looking so great now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're taking the damage here. If we hit a Plains, I think we're still going to be fine. If we hit 2 consecutive land drops and get the Dreadmaw out, we're definitely a ways from Polyraptor. Heartless Pillage. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we're definitely getting rid of the Polyraptor or the Dreadmaw. Yeah, we might lose this game. It's just getting kind of ugly. And, okay. I don't think we're going to send the Sun Sentinel here. Actually, yes we are. We're going to send the Sun Sentinel. Because if they want to trade, I would rather play the Trap Draw without a Dinosaur Hunter on the board. Okay, perfect. Plus we got to get this 2-drop off the board at some point anyway. Well, they might make us discard here. I would not be terribly surprised if we ended up discarding the Trap Draw Tyrant. If that's the case, this game's looking pretty good for our opponent. You know, we had to discard 2 of our big drops. I still think I'd rather have the Tyrant over the Colossal Dreadmaw just because we didn't know what land we're going to draw, and if we did hit a Plains there, you know, we've been able to cast our 5/5 right away. If we had another Forest, then, you know, the Dreadmaw would have been better for us, but... Okay. Take our 1, go to 14. Let's see if they're going to be able to completely stabilize this turn. What do you got for us here? Deadeye Brawler. Alright, comes into play tap, so we can get in, put our opponent to 4. And there's a Seer, so that's some fixing. That'll get us the mana we need for the Tyrant. Or it can get us back Dreadmaw if we play it and our opponent kills it. So it's not a waste. Either way, it's going to be a creature. And Dreadmaw, it'll be castable with 1 land draw, and Tyrant will be casting with a Plains. So, they'll give us options. Probably going to have to hold back the Mistcloaked Herald unless they have another creature here. Or a piece of removal. Revenant? Okay, no problem there. I don't mind that creature. We're going to be able to swing through it this turn anyway. Alright, what do you got? Swing with neither? Let's see. So we can play the Tyrant. Now we swing with both. They're going to kill the Brawler. Chump the Veteran, it'll take 2. Or we can just swing with the Sunwing and do 2. Regardless. It's probably the better play. So So our opponent's got a lot of cards in hand. Okay, let's see here. So if we do Amulet, we have 6 sources right now. We do Amulet, tap, sacrifice it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we can go Amulet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sacrifice it, get another Plains, play the Tyrant. Actually, I guess we probably go ahead and get the Mountain. Do we want to show our opponent Mountain? I mean, we don't have any of our red cards yet, but we're definitely going to go ahead and sacrifice this. Probably want to go ahead and get the Mountain just in case we do hit one of our Raging Regisaurs. And then we'll get our white mana here and play the Tyrant. And just send this back to our opponent. Tyrant's pretty decent because it'll get... well, actually, honestly, the Tyrant's not so decent right here just because of the Brawler. Okay, good. That's GG. Although they weren't... Were they dead? Well, I guess if they didn't have a creature removal, they were dead there. The Tyrant, what I was going to say is the Tyrant is pretty good, but actually not with the Brawler because it's just going to trade. If you attack, they're just going to... The Brawler's going to do 2 damage. You're going to get to exile a creature, and then it's going to die from the Brawler, and the creature comes back into play. So it doesn't really do anything. And then when they're attacking, it can't block Brawler or Mystical Carol. So it's actually just a 5/5. But still, 5/5 is gonna get that game. So, so blue-black control. They just happen to have a Mystical Carol. There must be maybe they're blue-black flyers, and they have Mystical Carol because they have like Pirate's Cutlass, or even one of the daggers, maybe a couple of enchantments. Anything we don't want against this opponent? And I think our deck's probably fine. We just got kind of beat up there because we just weren't hitting the lands we needed, and they milled away all of our big guys. So I think we probably can keep it the way it is. I mean, what else can we do? Throw in the Snubborn Sentry over the Sky Marcher? I don't think so. So we'll just send this back. Okay. Let's see where our opponent's going to be here. I mean, they're definitely going to be on the play, right? I don't think I've ever got to be on the play when our opponent's picking. We have white and green. We've got a 1-drop. We have the Seer for fixing or ramp. Hammer Skull. I mean, this seems pretty good. I think I'm going to keep this because we're on the draw. Miscloaked Herald? No, not this turn. Okay. There we go. There's our land. So now we're looking pretty good. And this is a good aggressive 1-drop. I mean, this can do some damage here if our opponent doesn't play anything. And actually, if they play a 2/2, we're just going to swing into it. I think we'll trade this away for, Dinosaur Hunter or something of that nature. Interesting. And we're able to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, so we're looking pretty good here so far. This is probably never going to get flying, and honestly, I'm fine with that. Raptor Companion is going to trade with any of their 2 or 3 drops, more than likely. So pretty aggressive here. And we have our 1 piece of removal. And what do they got? Sailor Means? Bloodletter? Okay, yeah, we'll see. We will gladly trade either of our creatures for that. Especially since we just drew the frill back. See if they want to go ahead and eat the Raptor Companion. Okay, since they didn't block, I mean, we can play the Seer. So next turn we can play the Regisaur, or we can play Hammer Skull. So if we want to keep the pressure on, we play Hammer Skull. Next turn, we can swing and tap down whatever they're going to play this turn. And then the following turn, we could play, if we hit a land, we can play the Divine Verdict if we need some removal for a big blocker. Or we could just play the Seer this turn, take a turn off from Hammer Skull next turn, and be able to play the Regisaur. Maybe that's better. Yeah, maybe that's better, because if we don't hit a land, this could get, our hand could get a little clunky. So we'll put the ramp card out. Plus it's fixing as well. We probably want to get the 4/4 out as fast as possible, especially if they do play something with 4 toughness here. Okay, let's see what they've got. Gonna swing in for 2, or are they probably gonna accept the trade for the Raptor Companion? No, they might have something. Might have a blocker here. Another Regisaur. I think I'm gonna play this right away. Yeah, I want to play this now in case they have shenanigan tricks to cut us off our red source. We'll just hate to attack and then they vanquish the weak this year or something, some nonsense like that, and then we're sitting here with the frill back in our hand that they're gonna hold up a blocker for. I don't know. And they don't have 5 mana. I'm not too worried about attacking into a flash creature. Now next turn, I wouldn't be too surprised to see the 3/3 Merfolk, the flash 3/3 flyer. And they're not hitting double black, so we're not going to see like Walk the Plank or any of the other double black removal spells, but I might have something. Probably need to get the Hammer Skull down this turn. See if they're going to keep attacking. What have they have something in their hand. I don't see any other reason why they're attacking here. I mean, because I probably would just trade with the Raptor Companion. You know, they could have saved themselves 6 points of damage. It'd be at 15 right now. Something big here. Did I... Oh, okay. Bounce the... Yeah, okay, that's a fine play. Bounce the Regisaur. That slows us down. Yeah, that's a good play. That saves them a lot of damage, slows us down a turn. Hopefully we'll hit a land drop this turn, so that we can send the Seer in. Well, actually, we probably still won't send in the Seer. And the Mistcloak Herald, that's fine. Probably why they want to slow down the Regisaur. Another big monster there. Yeah, so the Mistcloak trades with either of these creatures. We might need to take a turn off just so we can get the Regisaur out. Okay, so this turn, our Raptor Companion and Sky Marcher, they both trade with the Mistcloak Herald. So attacking with either of those is kind of fruitless. We could send everything in. Our opponent's just going to trump the Seer with the RIG Collar. We're going to block the Companion with the Mist Herald. We're going to lose 2 of our creatures. We're going to lose our mana, and our opponent's only going to take 2. So this turn, we're actually just going to take off 1 turn so that we can go ahead and cast the Regisaur. Puts us in a better position next turn to be able to go ahead and attack, do the damage to the Herald, and then we're fine with any of these 2 creatures trading with the Rig Hauler or the Bloodline, or the Bloodletter, excuse me. So we ship it back to our opponent. Opponent's getting lots of land here, and they're going to go ahead and play the Direfleet Ravager, which is a little bit of a problem. It does hit them for 3. It hits us for quite a bit, but I still feel like we're the favorite to win here since we have the Regisaur, and our opponent doesn't know that we have Divine Verdict in our hand. So they're going to send for 2. They're looking to just block up the ground and get aggressive here. We're going to go to 8. We do hit a land this turn. So now we're able to go ahead and attack with everything here. We could have held back the Seer so that we could cast our second Regisaur, but our opponent's at such a low life total. My thought was that when we swing with the Regisaur, we're going to do 1 to the Mistcloak Herald. They're going to have to block the Regisaur with the Ravager. And then they can block the Seer, the Companion, or the Sky Marcher. Any one of these is fine if they trade with the Rig Collar. That's okay, even if they get rid of the Seer, because we've got enough gas in our hand to go ahead and put pressure on the board, since our opponent's going to be at 2 at the end of this turn. So we swing with everything, we go ahead and kill the Herald. And our plan is to Divine Verdict the Direfleet Ravager when they block it with the Regisaur. And they do opt to just prevent as much damage as possible, which is probably the best play for them right now, especially since we're not going to be tapping the Seer for mana this turn anyway. So we're going to go ahead and play the 4. We're going to kill the Ravager so we can keep the Regisaur around. Our opponent takes the 4, goes to 2. We're tapped out. All they've got is the Bloodletter here. The Regisaur is almost lethal. And they're going to play the Mausoleum Harpy, which is another blocker. But unfortunately, they only have 1 mana in hand, and they went ahead and conceded there because they did not have another creature. All we had to do was attack with everything. They're going to take the 2 from the Sky Marcher or the Seer, whichever they don't block. Okay, and that's going to be it for our Rivals of Ixalan draft here. I still cannot believe how many of the value dinos we got in this draft. It's kind of remarkable. If we would have got a Galta, this would have been just a crazy... this deck was really, really good, just with the value. It definitely was lacking on the removal. You know, we certainly could have used that, but it was so creature heavy. And, you know, and then it had recursion with all the seers. The seers ramped and then allowed us to recur our dinos, you know, the Regisaurs, or we never get to do like Zacom or anything crazy like that. But, you know, just having that as a backup is such value. I mean, so yeah, I mean, this was a lot of fun. Again, I'm still super surprised we saw so many of the good dinos, and I'm happy that, you know, the mana and everything worked out. You know, going green-white was definitely the way to go. But anyway, I hope that you all had a, you know, a good time watching all of the draft picks. Hope you had a good time watching the rounds. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.